For some reason, my camera keeps turning off, and I don't know why. Okay, let me get out of here. Get on home before it gets too dark. Hours of work. That's a long day. It really is. Especially work that you can definitely do without. Not to say that Whole Foods is a bad place. The work I do is very monotonous. You know what I mean? It's not the job itself or the, I guess, the job description, maybe? I think I just went to a stop sign. I'm not sure where I'm going. Okay, I'm going the right way. The job itself is what sucks. I mean, what I mean by that is the job description. Because we're basically doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And that gets very tiring. Because I'm setting up people's Active Directory accounts. And I'm used to being on the phone. And so being on the phone, usually, most of the time, depending on the job, some of the time, or depending on the company, it's a different case and it's a different issue, a different kind of person you're talking to, different personality. Ooh, come on, let's go. But the company itself is awesome, and the people that are there is really awesome too. I like working for Whole Foods. Have you ever worked a job before where you hated the company but you loved the job? And then have you ever had a job where you love the company, but I'm not going to say that I hate the job, because I don't hate it. It's just monotonous. It's just, okay, doing the same thing over and over again. It does just get a little tiring after a while, but I like the job. It's just I don't love it. You know what I mean? And in the last job I had, working for Hard Hank, I hated the company, but I loved the job because I was a Microsoft Link technician. But I hated Hard Hank. I absolutely hated it. Okay? And the reason I have the camera facing forward because there's no sun. And I'm afraid that, oh, okay, I better slow down. I want to get in the right lane because this is kind of scary. The ground is very slippery. Now, I will say, I'm going to clarify this. I love Whole Foods. I like the job. I'll say it like that. My last job, I hated the company, Hard Hank, but I loved the job. And I love troubleshooting stuff, you know, and I get a joy out of it. I love figuring out why something's going wrong or why it's not working. Anything Microsoft, I always like to figure out what's going on. Like, okay, why is it not working according to design? You know. So that's my disposition on that. Once I get on the phone, hopefully soon, then I think I will like this a lot more because I'll be troubleshooting people's computers. I'll be troubleshooting proprietary software and Microsoft Exchange, stuff like that. $7:25, and there's still a lot of traffic out here, probably because of the rain. I gotta get some new windshield wipers. Those windshield wipers are kind of worn out. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like this all the way home. 7:20. It's 7:20 right now. My car says 7:26, so it's probably like 7:18. But it's gonna be like this all the way home. This is nuts. The meat's gonna spoil by then. But I thought usually when I leave at 7 o'clock, if I'm here till 7, the traffic's not that bad, but it's like this because of the rain. People aren't traveling as fast. The road conditions are very, it's very slippery. When I hit that little turn there in the beginning at the bottom of the hill, my car kind of slid a little bit. So I'm like, oh yeah, let me slow down. This is not the time to be speedy. It's not the time for that. It's time to be safe. I want to get home safely. I think everybody does, really does. I don't want to be the one that causes an accident, of course. Oh yeah, this is bad. Or there's probably an accident up there, the reason why traffic's like this. That could be it too. Alright guys, I actually thought it was going to be a nice ride home. But it isn't. It's just like if I left at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's the same thing. No different. So normally, the traffic is not this bad at this time. You know, I planned on taking the camera out on a little trip last weekend, but my ankle was, was still hurting, so I wasn't able to do the things I wanted to do with the sHiZ podcast last weekend. You know, my wife, she works from 11 to 11. Now it's still a stack time, so it's like 10:45 to, or 11:45 to 10:45. And what I wanted to do was catch a train downtown and walk around downtown with the camera just to capture a few sights, But with my ankle, there's no way I could, even with the cane, I could make that trek the way I want it. So even this weekend, I may take it easy, give my ankle another weekend to relax, because it still hurts a little bit. Maybe by next weekend, it will be at a point where I can actually get out and walk a lot more than I do now. There are some trails over here. In fact, to the left of me right now, there's a trail. I can drive my car here, park it, and walk these trails and go to the lake and do some sightseeing. It's a really pretty sightseeing. Even with the low-res camera like the camera I got, it will still look very pretty and very, I think it will look awesome. I mean, it will be some really nice video. It'll be even better if I, high definition camera, of course, but with the camera I have, I think it'll still be very nice. Okay. My washer wipers aren't doing a good job. Got to replace them. It's raining pretty good right now. The faster I go, of course. Yeah, the temperature's going pretty good now. Hopefully it'll remain like this all the way home. Probably not at some point, but hopefully. And I just thought about it. Cricket, at this time, they're selling the iPhone 4S, and they're selling it at the regular retail price. It's like $4.99 or something like that. What I may do, since I don't want to go with a major carrier, Cricket, they have 3G, and 3G is not slow. 4G is definitely faster, but 3G is not slow, and I'm happy with the 3G speeds I get with my Android here. So I imagine on the iPhone, which has a faster processor and all that, whether it's the iPhone 5 or if I just go with the iPhone 4S, which will probably be a little bit cheaper, even without a contract, because Cricket, you know, they don't do contracts. And the iPhone 4S does 1080p. So I'm looking at that because 1080p is what I need. I want 1080p. At this time, the Cricket is not considering a Windows Phone with the network, with their network, which is kind of sad because that's what I really want. So I may be stuck with an iPhone because of the 1080p resolution, so I can do 1080p recording. I may go ahead and get the iPhone 4S or the 5, you know, at least for now. At least I have a faster smartphone, and iPhone is not a bad phone. I'll be happy with the iPhones, and seriously. I really want a Windows phone, but I'll be happy with the iPhone because it'll be a much better phone than what I got now. And I can do high definition video. You know, with a 8-megapixel camera, I can take some really good quality photos. And if I need to, I can edit video in the field. I can edit video when I'm out and about. Not have to worry about taking it home to edit video. As I understand, the video editor is not frame by frame precision, but hey, you know, you got to work with what you got. You know, cell phones aren't still in a place where you can edit high definition videos very easily. That'll probably change by next year or so, when Apple comes up with the A7 processor, and when Snapdragon by NVIDIA, they come up with a processor that's like Yo, with the speed of Yo. So that's something, and as you can tell, I'm undecided. Okay, I'll say it like this. I really want the Nokia. Whoa, dude, really? This guy changed lanes right behind me and was going at a very high speed. If he had slid, he would have ran right into me. Stupid ass. What I really want is the Nokia Lumia 920. That's what I really want. But I need a phone that can do 1080p video. Either I keep the phone I got and be happy with it and buy a really nice digital camera like that Sony or like that Nikon Coolpix. Get that. That'll be fine. And I can get the the GoPro camera to attach to my helmet when I'm riding a bike, or even attach to the car so I can do forward-facing camera work. That'd be nice. Or I can get the iPhone, which does 1080p video. And still get the GoPro camera for helmet use. Hey, what do you guys think? That Contour, what I liked about it was they recorded your GPS coordinates of your movements with the video. But the battery life on the GoPro and the Contour is not that great. It really isn't. It's probably just as sucky as my battery is now on my phone. My battery is not acting right, and I can do one or two things: keep my phone and just get a new battery, and then buy a GoPro camera, or I can go get the iPhone 4S or 5, depending on what Cricket's going to carry, and just be happy with that. With the GoPro, I can attach it to the helmet, I can attach it to the car, I can attach it to the train. If Capital Metro allow me, I can attach it to the outside of the train to get forward action while I'm on the train. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, we'll see. I mean, still undecided. If I get the Lumia 920, all it's going to do is it's going to be a tablet, or a really tiny tablet. That's all it's going to be, because I can't hook it up on Cricket. I'll have to sign up with AT&T in order to get it connected, or Verizon, or no, T-Mobile. That's right, T-Mobile. And I'm not really sure if the Lumia 920 can work on Verizon or Sprint. Not really sure about that, because I'm not really happy with the shared data and all that. With Cricket, I get unlimited everything. And the other cell phone networks don't offer that. So that's the only thing that kind of sucks about being with Cricket, is that you're kind of stuck with the phones that they have. Of course, you can jailbreak the phone and get it hooked up, but I don't know how to do that, and I got to ask Cricket if that is something that they can do. But what I heard was, yes, they can jailbreak it and make the phone work, but you won't get data on the Lumia 920. Or, well, at the time I was asking about the Lumia 900. They said, yeah, you won't get the data plan, but you'll get voice. You can talk on the phone. Okay, so it's not the exact same thing, really. What's the point? Because I want to be able to use my phone to look up, Bing Maps and look up information on the fly. So it's kind of a downer, because I really want the Lumia. And I'm sorry kind of talking slowly here, because I'm trying to concentrate at the same time driving. And these conditions is kind of messed up. And it's worse when the sun's going down, because it's like halfway between dark and halfway between almost daylight and heavy clouds. In Texas, we're not used to this type of weather, so it's different than people who are used to it. I wonder how the Mopac 1 is going. At some point, my camera's going to cut off. It's going to be at the 30-minute cycle. If it does that, I'm not going to start it again, because I'm not going to be in a place to restart it. know what would be kind of tight? What would have been kind of tight is if Nokia ships one phone to each Microsoft store, and I don't mean the Lumia 920. Just hear me out. They could have installed Windows 7.5 into the body of the Lumia 920, but it's actually a Lumia 910. And at least say, this is not the phone, but at least you can get the feel for it. You can at least touch it and feel it to see how it feels in your hand. It's a Lumia 900, but it looks like a Lumia 920. Because I understand that they don't want to ship out the actual phone to the stores for the chance for it to get stolen and all that stuff. But I would at least love to be able to hold on to the phone and see how it felt in my hand. Kind of play with it, and it's like, okay, to do the law of attraction kind of thing, like I'm imagining me having this phone, you know. But I don't know, just an idea. And install Windows Phone 7.8 on it. Would have been great. 7.8. It would give it a good feel of what the actual phone will feel like once it's released. Just an idea, but you know it's not going to happen. The same thing as, I kind of thought, why don't they ship one Surface to each of the stores and actually have a Microsoft Surface personnel tour, like a little tour. Do like a tour. That would be nice. A 2-day tour to each of the stores. And that guy can be, can bring like 2 or 3 surfaces that he can show off to customers and say, this is what it's going to look like. This is how it's going to feel. That would have been nice. I would have went. I would have been there to get my hands on the Surface before it's released. I would have been there.